Hello, this is Reverend Angelia with today's wisdom. Life is a circular journey through our issues and processes. And this is why things that are technically new often seem very familiar. It is also why, whenever we work to release a habit, change a pattern, or overcome a fear, we often encounter that issue one last time, even after we thought we had conquered it. Often, when this happens, we feel defeated or frustrated that all our hard work, we're still dealing with the same problem. However, the reappearance of a pattern, habit, or fear is often a sign that we have come full circle. And that if we can maintain our resolve through one last test, we will achieve a new level of mastery in our lives. And that's what we all want. We all want to be in charge of our own lives and not have circumstances dictate to us what our lives are going to be. So our journey through our issues and processes. Heaven knows I grew up with some issues because of the circumstances that my adult caretakers put me in. And because I rebelled and put myself in some dangerous situations where things didn't work out so well, I had some issues and I had some patterns. And when I finally realized this, I said, I need some help. And so I went and got some therapy. And it took several therapists before I found the right one to help me. But thank God I did. Because I wouldn't be where I am today. I would definitely be in a lot worse situation than I'm in today. I work with women and talk with women who are involved in, the life and things of that nature. And I think there, for the grace of God, go I. Because he definitely brought me out of some stuff when I was younger. And you can get tempted by things and they seem familiar, like a common theme in your life. And you wonder, why does this keep happening to me? It's because you haven't let go of that issue or that process yet. And you need to do that so that you can move on into your life. You don't want to be stuck with the same issues and problems all of your life. And, when you do work to release a habit, habits are hard to break. I've had to go, I drank a lot of soda. I drank a lot of soda. And I started having heart palpitations. I have a bad spot in my left ventricle. And I started having, an arrhythmia. And then, of course, I was borderline diabetic, but I was, having the caffeine jitters a lot. So I've had to dial back to one a day. I have one Dr. Pepper in the morning. That's all I get. And it's okay. I've adjusted that. And I have felt better. I don't have those things going on anymore. My sugar's down. So, it's just what's good for you. Sometimes you have to break a habit, and change a pattern. I had issues with being involved with narcissistic men. There were plenty of good guys out there who had asked me out, and a couple I even went out with. But it seems like the ones I really wanted to be with were all about themselves and not so much about being with me or having a relationship with me. So I had to break that pattern and overcome fears. At one point in my life, I was agoraphobic. I did not leave this house unless I absolutely had to. And that's one of the reasons why I realized I needed some change. Someone came to the door one day and they were pretty persistent. And I could look out the window and see it was, somebody selling something. But they were, saying, I know you're in there. I could hear you and stuff like that. And I was terrified. And I was terrified of someone who was selling something, They had like a little satchel and there's probably, encyclopedias or something. But, I was terrified that they would not, go away. And that has to do with some things that happened to me when I was younger, and living by myself. So, that was something I also needed to talk to a therapist about, because I was not being functional. If you're scared to go to the grocery store, if you're scared, to go, and this started happening with my son, and that's why I knew I had to get some help. I couldn't be, stuck in my house if I needed to go to school and talk to someone. So, when he was in kindergarten, I got some help so that, I could have a life, you know. Um, and we often encounter this issue one last time. For a couple of years ago, someone who was in my life in the past came back. And I did talk to them, and, we met for some dinner and stuff. And I realized, in the past, if that would have happened, I would have jumped at the chance to be with him. Because at the time, I really did love him. I really did care about him. And, I would have jumped at it. But knowing what I know now, having gone through things and learned, about psychology and things like that, I could see him for what he was. And everything he told me, that he was not ready for a relationship. He was 100% scared to be in a relationship. And that's not who I want to be with. I want to be with someone, who cares about me, who wants to be in a relationship with me, and who I don't feel like I have to chase, you know? So that was not where I wanted to go. Sorry about that. Um, and I realized that, I could walk away from that. That just because, at one point this person held my heart and I still might have feelings for them, um, excuse me, that cold again, um, I could walk away. I could walk away because they were not a good choice for me. They did not show me that they loved me. They did not show me they even cared about me or what I wanted or, what we would do together in a relationship. It was all about them, me. Here's what I want to do. Here's what I want, you know. And I just like, what did I ever see in this person? Okay, yeah, they're cute, they're sexy, but what did I ever see in them other than that? Because not too much in there, you know, and it was obvious. So, I felt like that was something I was proud of myself for, that I could just walk away, say, no, no, I'm making better choices for myself now that I know a little bit more, and I'm not going back to that. So we do come full circle sometimes. Wherever, your issues are, your patterns are, usually you do have one last temptation, before you can just say, I'm over that, and then it's just a big relief that, you don't have to be worried about that anymore, that if something comes your way, you can just say no. And, if you can maintain your resolve through your last test, you'll achieve a new mastery level in your life. And that's what we all want. We all want to be masters of our own life. Of course, God is the ultimate master. Jesus is, the ultimate master over us. But, when you can take your life in stride in your own two hands, and make good spiritual decisions, mental decisions, emotional decisions, physical decisions for yourself, then you know that you're living the best life that you possibly can, and you are in mastery over your own life. So that's it for this time. Until next time.